Welcome to an Ogre review, an old guys geekly review, and this is going to be for The Witcher Season 2, and we're going to go through whether or not this is something you should watch, if you've been one of the few people who haven't caught this show, and help you decide whether or not this is something that you want to turn on. With most of our reviews, we do go from the major themes to the lesser ones, but since I'm doing season 2, I'm going to do it a little bit differently. I'm going to talk about some of the differences, some of its strengths, but not necessarily in a top-down order. Well, one of the changes that they made from the previous season to this season is the story is definitely linear, as opposed to the first season, which was filled with a lot of time jumps and different storylines. And for some people, particularly, well, actually everybody, I would say, if you knew the books, if you played the games, you could probably piece it together like I did, but it was still, work you had to do. For somebody who was completely uninitiated, it took them quite a bit longer to figure out what was going on as the show unfolded. And so some people complained about that, didn't like that part of it, and I get that if it was your first and only experience with The Witcher. So yeah, season 1, full of all kinds of things. Season 2 definitely is linear, and I'd say that's the approach they're going to be going for the foreseeable future with the show. And it's a lot about family. You kind of get, along with the fact that everybody is together and how season 1 wrapped up, that this is really about creating bonds, keeping bonds, mending bonds with you and other people that are important to you. And so I really enjoyed that aspect of it, and I felt it really grounded season 2 and set a excellent place for season 3 and beyond to really start. Um, they do stay fairly true to the books. They do pick pieces here, there, but even the producers, directors are really on board with following the progression of the books, and the books are excellent. So I don't think enough shows do this. Really they get a property and they end up straying too far. They make a few changes, but you can't say that with The Witcher. If you enjoyed the books, you're going to enjoy the story here most likely. So excellent. I'm glad they have decided to take this approach. It's almost the same thing as the first 3 movies for Lord of the Rings and comparing them to The Hobbit, the book versus the non-book approach. And the future. Yeah, they're dedicated to this show. It looks like they're going to do the complete series at this point, as far as all the books, 1 season a book, more or less. And so we're looking at about 7 seasons. Maybe some more books will be written. The producers say that they don't plan on going beyond where the books go. So I think that's excellent news, and really looking forward to more seasons of this show. It's dark fantasy, and that's something else you should know if you've never seen this. But I like how a lot of the tropes for fantasy are unique and embedded in a culture folklore that, as an American, I'm not very familiar with, because I believe most of the folklore is Western European, or no, Eastern European in nature. And so, yeah, your folklore is going to feel a little bit different, and I really like that. Um, what it fails at, does it fail at anything? I mean, it is what it is. I can see that it wasn't quite as gritty. Maybe not gritty is the right word. It wasn't quite as sexualized, I think, as the first season. I don't know if that's a failing or not. I enjoyed season 2. I think I may have enjoyed season 1 a little bit more, but it's splitting hairs really, because I enjoyed them both. And so I think it's a good thing to watch. If you like your dark fantasy, here you go. Enjoy. And this has been an Ogre Review. As always, everyone, have a wonderful day.